again, so there are few standard operators from SAP. Okay, recruiter we call R, hiring manager we call G, like this. Recruiter like R, hiring manager is G, originator is who, sourcer is like that. So we will get this normal standard fields from SAP itself, like we call it as operators in RCM. Operators in RCM. What is the main purpose of your using this? So now we are selecting here recruiter, hiring managers. So when I go this field formations, you usually select to whom you want to grant this permission, whether it's for recruiter, hiring manager, like this. Okay, so hiring manager, family expert, a resourcer, upline manager. So these things we call it as normally operators to whom you want to grant. So again, SAP provided with standard shortcut codes like recruiter means R, hiring manager is G, originator is O, sourcer is S, like that. Okay. So along with that, even we have upline manager like Q, like that we have these operators. So what is the main use of these operators in job requisition? Okay, now I want to add one recruiter field in your job requisition. So if you want to add a recruiter field, we will directly select or, like here, when you go for a standard operator, in this standard operator I'll select this add standard operator field. When I select this, here we'll get whether who to whom name, which name you want to add, like whether coordinator name, hiring manager name, or upline manager, originator, or recruiter name. So recruiter means you can add. So make sure for each and every job requisition, at least there are two operators should be there. One is recruiter, the mandate operators, recruiter and hiring manager. So these two operators are responsible users are mandatory for any job requisition. At least two. So apart from these two, you can add more than this also, but make sure at least two operators are there. Then only the system will save properly about on this job requisition. So when you want to add a new recruiter name into this field, so we will select standard operator field. Whenever you want to create any operator from the standard list, which is delivered by SAP, which is a recruiter, originator, and hiring manager, then we have to select standard operator field to add a new operator. So if you try to create this, select that operator to whom you want to add, whether originator or recruiter. Recruiter means you already know the person who is taking care of recruiting process. Hiring manager is nothing but your panel, and originator is nothing but the person who is going to create the job requisition. And sourcer name is the person responsible for resume collections. I'm just giving little meaning about this. And then field label also, which field name, what is the output name. Example, here we have a recruiter name by standard, but field name, if you what is the output, like I want only recruiter team, like that, like HR recruiter I want to say, like that label you mentioned, and you update the team also. So to update this team, so first you have to collect the data from your client, like who is a recruiter team. So recruiter team maybe, so there are 3 employees in recruiting team. I want to create these 3 employees. So these 3 people are the recruiting team handling. Okay, there are 2 people in hiring manager team, and originator we have some 4 people, and sourcer we have 1 person likewise. So for this, first we have to create a groups. We have to create a groups. We call it as recruiting groups. Okay. Recruiting groups we have to create. So what is the purpose of this recruiting groups? Only the specific users is going to taking care of this recruiting process, and hiring management only these 2 people has to visible. So that process first you have to create in your job requisition. So to suppose I'm trying to add a recruiter name, so here I want to select the recruiter and then I have to give the group name. Okay. But this recruiter name is already available in your standard application. So you no need to add unless you have a second requirement. Let me find recruiter. So here we have already the recruiter name and recruiter is already, and there is no group allocated to this. And there is second one also added here, and here they have allocated one group. So one is without group and one is with group. So with group means in this recruiting group we have added all the important required users. So there is an option called manage recruiting groups. Manage recruiting groups. So using this manage recruiting group, so first we have to specify the group names. Okay, example here we already have some groups. So again you have to create a new groups. Example like I want to create like a recruiter coordinator or recruiters team. So let me open this recruiter and click on edit. So in this group we have added all the users belongs to this group. Now if you want to create a new group, just click on this create. Okay, so here I'm going to take some HR team and you select the users who is part of that group. So in this HR group I'm adding some users like Amelia Rose and some other users also. John Kane, likewise. Like these two people are part of this HR team. Any approval related to this HR team, only these two people will taking care of that, and these are the responsible users. So once you create this, now I want to link this group there in my job requisition. So if you want to link this job requisition, again you go to this place and here you're going to select that new group name. So we have created as HR team. Select it and click on done and finally publish. So normally in one only one recruiter operator team will follow for one job requisition. We encourage you to go with only one recruiter team and one recruiter group for one job requisition. Let me see. Okay, so now let me go back and check on recruiter team whether the new group and new name is added or not. You can see the new recruiter team and hiring manager team we have added. Recruiting team, and let me find the users also here, like to whom you added that only that users can add it here. You can find any other users also, you can find. So here you have a hiring manager team, someone added, and here also we have added only one recruiter and one hiring manager. And if they want to use recruit like sourcer or any HR team per manager, then you go to this add standard operator field, and before that create a job requisition group recruiting group and add the list like add all the responsible users into that group, and then you go back and assign that group into your field value and save it and publish and test it whether the two users are displaying in your system or not. This is one thing. So these are the important features we will discuss in job requisition actually. So apart from this, we don't have any. You don't need to know more each and every field. For your regular normal client, you know how to see standard fields and custom fields, and along with how to create a operator and how to create a new group and how to assign that group. If you have any doubt, confusion, please to ask. Okay. So now you create a new job requisition. So for this job requisition, we need approval. So for that approval, so Gayatri asked like how to check whether it's a pre-approved or auto approval or there is a approval required for this. Okay. So for this, we will create a route map called as route map. Route map is nothing but approval process. Suppose once the recruiter created job requisition, then it will go for hiring manager approval. Okay. Once the hiring manager approved, again it will come back to the recruiter saying that so and so person is required. Like step by step process, like approval process, like a cycle from one person to another person, passing for approval. So as a recruiter, I have requested, created one job requisition, that requisition waiting for manager approval. Then once a manager approved, again as a recruiter, again I'll get a notification saying that your manager is approved. So how this hierarchy works, how the system knows that we have to send approval like from one person to another person. To work this, we call it as route map. So for each and every job requisition, whenever you create job requisition, then we have to create one route map. Is nothing but approvals process, and we have to assign. So how to create a job route map? So now before that, first we have to check whether that particular job requisition template is already having any route map assigned or not. To check that, so suppose we are using some basic job requisition here. Now I want to check whether basic job requisition is having any approval assigned or not. Approval process is assigned or not. To check that, we have an option called form template settings. Form template settings. So using this form template settings, you can check whether the job requisition is already having any route map or not. So you check that, first find that form. So here we have a basic job requisition. You can check, there is an option called route map here. Near to this, there is a basic job requisition. There is some basic job requisition route map is already added, but I'm not sure which condition they added inside that. Now I want to create a new job like a new route map for this basic job requisition. To create a new condition, a new basic route map, go to manage route map. There is option called route map, manage route maps. So here we already decided who is the first approver and who is the second approver and who is the final. The first is recruiter and middle is manager is your closing, and again the final is the recruiter. Okay, so this condition we already know. So in this route maps, you can see already available route maps. So if you don't want to use this existing route maps, you can add a new route map. Click on this add new route map, and there are few standard route maps available from library also. It means from SAP standard supplied. So if you want to pick any of these route maps, you can use it, or else you can create from starting. So build your own also. Click on this build your own. So here enter the name of the route map. New one I'm making, the name I'm putting as new one. And if you want to mention any description, you can mention. And then when you go down here, you can see there are some stages, which is first stage, second stage, and final stage. Like who is the first approver and who is the second approver and who is the third approver and who is going to close your approval process. Okay, first there is a stage call, so you no need to mention anything for this. Okay, unless because this is for different models for performance and goal management or 360 purpose we are using this. So for RCM we no need to maintain anything here. Just click on this modify stage. The first stage is click on this plus. So what is the first step? Is recruiter approval. So first step I'm naming as recruiter approval. Okay. So once you click on this, enter this name, and if you want to mention any description, you can mention. And there are some step type. There are three types of steps: single role, iterative, and collaboration. So single role means only one user is going to approve in recruiting team. Iterative means one or two people. Or collaboration means more than two. You can see looping between two or more people. Example, there are two recruiters in my team. If first recruiter is not available, then the uh, system is automatically trigger to second recruiter. Means when we have a iterator. Suppose you have two recruiters, but you have selected roadmap as single role, means that recruit like option will go flow to only that person. It will not redirect to any second user. Okay. If it is collaborative means, suppose there are 5 or 6 recruiter team, like recruiter people, so then it will trigger to everyone in the team. So who is first approval, like from like in 5 people, if one person approved means it's done, it will go for a next step. So clear, right? Single role means one person involved in entire approval process. Iterative means two people involved in approval process. Any one approval is enough. But collaborative means more than 5 or 6 people, or more than like more than 5 or 6 people are involved. So it will trigger to all the recruiters. But if any one person responded for that approval, then it will redirect for next person. It's not the recruiter team. It will go for a hiring manager team. Is getting that? It's any confusion here? One person involved in approval, two persons involved in approval, and more than five people involved in approval. Okay. Suppose we have 5 people in my team, example. So in suppose we are like recruiters. So we have received, so I am the single user. I am taking all the recruiting permissions because they have created single permission is enough for that job requisition. But suppose there are 2 people, they have added 2 people, me and my other colleague, part of that approval process. Okay, so we both received approval. Suppose if I respond first, then it will directly go to next hiring manager. It means that requisition, you no need to approve me and also my colleague. Only one person response is enough. The same way, even if you have a 5 people also, in these 5 people, if any one person responding for that approval, then it will go for a next stage. Okay, so this is a part of it. But here we are taking only single user we are using, and here you can select who is the first role. So we already decided, we have a manager or something like this. So now we have a recruiter. So select custom, and I already gave you some list of roles. It means recruiter means R, hiring manager is G, and originator is O, and sourcer is S. So now I'm going to select in custom. Then it's asked enter the role value. So here you no need to mention full name like recruiter and all. Just you mention R. So recruiter is a first approval. So first stage we completed. Then you go for a second step. Second step means you just click on this add step plus icon. Now I'm going for second stage. So that is hiring manager approval. So in this hiring manager also you can select how many people are involved. So here in our example we are selecting only single role. Okay. So select again custom. So the enter role value. For hiring manager we are using G. That is a standard. We can't change anything. Just we have to follow SAP supplied names only. So hiring manager we call it as G. And then lastly completed stage. So that's enough. First approver is recruiter and second approver is hiring manager, and closing. So closing means where it's going to end. So who is the last approver? Your hiring manager. So it means it's going to end with him only. So again you select last closing, like the ending part of your job requisition is with hiring manager. So only 2 people are involved, your recruiter approval and your hiring manager approval. Okay. And finally, who is going to close that job requisition approval? Your manager. It means that is a completed stage. There is no next person is for approval. Only 2 persons. And click on save. Check whether this new job requisition is created or not. Now we just created this new route map. Now I want to assign this route map with your job requisition template. So for assign again, we go to form template settings. go to form template settings and find your job requisition. Here we are using basic job requisition. So just open this basic job requisition on route map and change this route map drop down. So select your new route map. So you just create a new one. You select this one and finally save template. That means update form template. Okay. So we just created. So now let me try to create a new job requisition and we'll see whether it's triggering for approval or it's directly auto approved. Okay. So let me proxy as recruiter because admin doesn't have a proper permissions to create. So go to recruiting, create a new job requisition. So basic job requisition, browse from families, select the family you want to use. Select. So here you enter the recruiter. So recruiter means the recruiter is okay. Let me select some different recruiter because so that we will see first approver and second approver easily. So here, click on next. Okay, so again it's pre-approved means the template is automatically taking approval. Normally it should come for open. It should go for pre-approved. So let me proxy as Amelia to check whether she got this approval or not. And guys, have you tried any standard job requisition creation? Yes, Gayatri use this basic job requisition. Pani, have you tried standard one?
No, no rush.
Okay, because it's automatically taking approval without triggering for a job route map. Okay, so here we got recruiter approval. It's okay. So first approver is this game. 2901 is the job requisition it's created. Okay, and you can see which route map is added. So we just created this route map. So you can check the track. You can track of the status also with whom this job requisition is currently. So now the recruiter approval. It's present for recruiter approval. Then after recruiter approved, then it will go for hiring manager approval. So first let's approve as recruiter. So before that, enter all mandatory fields here. You can select all these drop downs. Because we have to update all the important fields and they can send to next step. So now I'm sending this to next step. When I click on send to next step and it will show you name of the next approval also forward form to Ghill. So and if you want to give any notification, like if you want to send any notifications to Ghill, example you can see like this, you can give some notes to that approver like next approver and send to next step. Okay, so now the requisition is in progress. Okay, now let me proxy as manager. Proxy as manager, and in manager page also we see like to do list. To do, here also you can open recruiting approval, and here also you can see open this recruiting approval and see hiring manager approval is pending. See now before see recruiter is completed, the status is in hiring manager actions are pending. So again the hiring manager will review this entire page, and if everything is fine, then he will send to next step, means it's final step. There is no next step. We'll just approve it. Okay. Send next. It means it's completely approved. It means your job requisition is ready to start sourcing. So this is a process of approval process. Once you approved, again you proxy as a recruiter and check whether that requisition is open or not. So now your requisition ready to gather the candidate information. It means collect resumes and start uploading and applying for this job. Amelia rules. Let me proxy this back and go back to recruiting and check whether that new requisition is available or not. Okay, so using this, you can see who is a hiring manager and who is recruiter also. Okay, so this is the approval process. This entire process we call it as roadmap. Okay, so to work this roadmap, first you select your job requisition and then you decide how many approval steps you are looking for, like first approval and second approval. Max to max in requisition in recruitment, we use only two approvals. One is recruiter and second one is hiring manager. Unless if you have any special condition, then only you go for a two or like three or four approvals. But normally, like standard process, we follow for two approvals. One is recruiter and hiring manager. To create that requisition, first we have to create a requisition. We already created the basic job requisition. Now, if you want to create a route map, like approval process, like who is the first approval and who is the second approval, just go to manage route maps. There you create a new route map and enter all the condition like first stage, second stage, and select based on these operators. So make sure you remember these operator names. Okay, I will share you the list of operators name, like for 6 to 7 operators are there along with their short codes. So while creating requisition like route map using these short codes only, we are going to decide who is the first approver and who is the second approver. So once you create this route map, then you go to form templates settings. Why we use this form template settings? So we have a job requisition called basic job requisition, and one side you have a roadmap. Now we have to link job requisition with roadmap. Then only that will work, because I have two job requisitions. One is basic job requisition and one is standard job requisition. So in basic, we have only two-step approval, like hiring manager and recruiter. But in standard, maybe we have a four steps or four people involved, four-step approval. So for this, what we will do, we will create two route maps. Route maps. One is for basic job requisition template, and the another one is for standard job requisition template. So you create two route maps. First one you assign to basic job requisition, and second one you assign to standard job requisition. Okay, whenever I create standard job requisition, it's involved four people approval. But when I create basic job description, we have only two people involvement. So for that, we are using job requisition assignment with roadmap. Okay. So once you assign that roadmap, again you go back proxy as a recruiter and create a new job requisition. And again proxy to your hiring manager, approve as hiring manager and recruiter, and then come back to your requisition requisition page and check whether the job requisition is open or not. So this is the entire job requisition approval process works. Any doubt?
Raj,
Any? Yeah.
so which job requisitions would be like pre-approved or auto-approved? For that also we need to create a route map or how to do
No,
it?
no. If you are using a pre-approved means, you no need to create any roadmap. It means we are not adding any approval person. The moment recruiter create job requisition, it will get auto approved. If there is no roadmap assigned to with the job requisition, it will directly take it as pre-approved.
Okay, so if you are not creating any route map, that means it is pre-approved.
Pre-approved because nobody involved in that job requisition approval. Yes,
Okay.
we haven't mentioned any condition for that.
But after creating the job requisition, we can also link it and we can also create a new route map and link both, right?
A link, yes, we can link, but make sure whenever you create basic any job requisition, first you create a route map. Max to map, we use route maps. Never try to maximum. You first create route map and then you create job requisition template and assign it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Because after creating job requisition, you try to create a route map
Route
again.
map.
They
Mm.
again it won't work. Again, you have to create a new job requisition
Okay,
for
so first step
existing
is.
yes,
Mhm.
for existing job requisition, it won't work after assignment route maps.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So when I try to create, there is a job family enrolled. Suppose when I select here basic job description and when I enter after selecting families enrolled. So here you have a copy existing job description and create new job description from blank template. So when we use this copy existing job description template, example, I just created one job description before called 2901 code with the RCM consultant. Okay. This job application created today and after 10 days it's closed. It means that close means we hired and we completely close that job requisition. But after next month we got same opening for the same role. We need some five more people. So again you no need to create from scratch because since we already used this job requisition last month, again you no need to create from starting to ending. So instead of that, what we will do, we will copy from existing job requisition. Whatever the job requisition is already used before, you can copy that. Using that, you can create same type of requirement we have. You can select that requisition ID or you can search from the list and you can create same type of job requisition again. You can see, so this job requisition, select it and actions, no need to copy selected. It means system is going to create a same type of job requisition again and again with the same requirements. That is copy existing job requisition. Okay. See here before I used 2901 job requisition. Now with the same code like just another job requisition created with same processes. Now it's saying status is pre-approved, but here I'm going to select it as open. Open job requisition. It's not a pre-approved. See, whatever the data we maintained for previous job requisition, that all data is collected to new one also. Same data because we are expecting few more openings for the same opening existing job requisition. So that is the reason we are not maintaining new data. So we are using only old data only. So send for next step. But it doesn't mean that we no need any approval. Of course, yes, even if you are creating existing one also, we need approval again and again. So approval process remains the same. The moment you assign any route map, the approval start from that time in which, even for brand new job requisition, for existing one also. You can see with the same job requisition with a new name, okay, with a different code. So last month we used this job requisition. So for this month again same opening. So that with the same name we just added SAP RCM recruitment consultant 1 with a code called next available 2902. So this is for existing one. So why we are using to overcome some, to save some time and to uh, missing some data, like we have some, normally this will happen in our real time also. Like this month we got some 10 Java requirements, again next month also same kind of requirement with the same qualification and for the same team. So whenever we have a repeated requirements in any organization, we use this existing job requisition data only. And there is one more option called create from blank screen. So families and roles you already know, right? Based on the available families, you can create a brand new job requisition. I mean, brand new job requisition option. Okay, but copy existing, the same repeated, we will use it. But there is one more called create new job requisition from blank template. It means we will create from blank screen. So again, it will not fill any auto data. It will give only some empty page. So using this also, you can create. Let's say you want to pick your user also. Search. That user is not taking. Just trying to pick this recruiter name and hiring manager also. Jeff. Next. So again you can see this all empty fields. It means a brand new application. Without selecting any family and role, you can directly go for a new job requisition. So same process, only the data will not get it. If you go for families and role, you can select one by one family and one by one role and with the job description, and we will get all details. But if you go for existing, means the job description already exists. Based on that, we are creating one more. But if it is blank, means we will not get any family or role. We are going to create new template, means we are going to add data from starting to ending, like each and every field we have to fill manually. System won't pick up any auto populated fields, we have to update manually. So this is the difference between three types of job requisition. So how many types of creation of job requisition templates? There are three ways. One is copy existing one and select manually from families and roles, and the last one is create from blank template. So these are the three important ways to create a job requisition. Okay. So along with your continuation with your regular job description field values adding, you also try to practice on how to create a route maps. So route map means we don't have any particular route map. You just create one recruiter and one hiring manager, and also assign using form templates. So using these form templates, assign this and test with create job record. right, with the three areas. Like I think you're already aware of this using create how to use using families and rows. Now you try with the existing one and blank template. Try to create and let me know if you have any doubt. Okay, so that's for today, guys. If you have any doubt, confusion, please to ask. I hope it's clear. So you will get more confusions when you start, like you will get lot of doubts. But it's well and good, no problem. Come up with your doubts, we will clarify.
Okay, Raj.
Okay.